What's up, guys? So today I am working in the garden. It is about 11 o'clock, I believe, and it is already super hot. It is about 70 degrees here in South Carolina. That's Fahrenheit. So before I show you what I have going on out in the garden, I wanted to show you some seeds I picked up. So I ordered just some seeds from Haas Tools and Mi Gardener. I had already had most of my seeds for the season, but there were just a few things that I saw that I thought were really interesting and that I wanted to grow this season. So I'll start with Haas Tools. The first ones, I got mostly a lot of melons from Haas Tools. Well, the first one is not a melon, it's a cut flower, and it's the Pro Cut Sunflower, the plum one, and it's so pretty. I got this Tasty Bits melon, so it is a miniature melon, cantaloupe. I got this Treasure Chest seedless watermelon. It's yellow. Then I got this red burgundy okra because I thought I didn't have any, but I did. So I'll have 2 of those. Well, accidentally I ordered 2 Treasure Chest seedless watermelons. I didn't mean to do that. Then I got the Yellow Doll watermelon. They don't have a picture of it, but it's also a personal size watermelon. I got this cue ball squash, triple play seedless watermelon, summer breeze seedless watermelon, this tender sweet orange watermelon. I got this, it was a new garden bean. It was a bush bean, I believe. It doesn't have a picture, but I remember liking this one. And then I got the Alexandria squash. So that's all I got from Haas Tools. Mostly I was looking for seedless watermelon. I have a pack from them from last year, but I didn't know how well that was going to germinate or do. And so I ordered some more seedless watermelons. And then from Mi Gardener, I had mostly all my seeds. Well, I did have all my seeds, and I definitely didn't need this, but I wanted it. So I ordered their 100-year-old tomato, the giant crimson tomato, and it came with 5 in a pack for I think $4. And I just had to have this and grow this, and so I'm going to be starting that probably today. I definitely didn't need any more tomato seeds, but it just has such a cool story that I felt like I had to get it. But so what I actually have been working on is I have my neighbor who's going to be coming by. He has a tractor, and I've been setting out all my fruit trees. When we first got here, I bought all these fruit trees, but I only planted out the 5 apple trees because we were digging with a shovel, and since this was where a lot of pine trees and just regular trees were, other trees, there are still lots of roots in the ground. As you can see, this apple tree is doing the best, but I also have 5 other apple trees. But I also had just a lonely pear that I need to buy other pear trees this spring. Then I have plum trees, 3 plum trees, and I have 4 peaches. So I basically just sat them out. I was actually going ahead and digging little small holes and putting markers so that he could see, but on the last 3 peaches back there, I didn't. I just sat them in front of where I want him to dig. So I am waiting on him to come by. He lives behind me, and he had offered a long time ago, but I just wasn't ready because I was working on getting my garden beds built and the garden situated. But I saw him walking by to the mailbox, and it just seemed like the perfect opportunity, and I was already outside, and I do know I needed to get those planted, so I just asked if he would be willing to dig those holes for me. So he is. So besides working on the fruit trees, I have my husband finding me tape measure because I actually want to go ahead and get the beds that we have sitting out measured and start filling them with soil. So that is what I'm waiting on right now. Last night I did something so exciting. I ordered 2 rounds of meat chickens. One is coming at the end of March and the other one's coming at the beginning of August. I also ordered 3 different types of ducks. I ordered Khaki Campbell, the Cayuga, and the Pekin. No, the Pekin? How do you say that? Pekin? But I ordered those 3. I ordered 5 girls and 1 boy of each variety. And then I also ordered 15 turkeys. The turkeys will not be here until, I think July. Oh, and then I also ordered, because that was like when the soonest they had them, but I also ordered more egg laying chickens, and so these are all female. If you know my story, my egg laying chickens that I have now, which include about 10 roosters, are they were just from Alchemist Farms, and so they were unsexed, and so we were about at 10 roosters. So we're definitely going to be downsizing on roosters. But my hope is to get, with ordering from Murray McMurray, is to get more variety of chickens, because all chickens are all different and beautiful, and so I just wanted another variety, as well as to move them. So we'll probably build another chicken tractor to be moving this flock, because it will have 30-ish birds as well. The chickens we have now are 33, but like I said, that includes 10 roosters. The chickens that I ordered, there's 30 coming together, and then there's 6 coming with my meat chickens in August, because they weren't available when I went to ship the other 20. So altogether, I'll be at about 50-ish egg laying chickens. That's way too much for just my family of 6, but I will be giving away some, and also storing some for winter and stuff like that. Okay, I'm back. I had to take a lunch break and feed myself and everybody else. But while I was making lunch, my neighbor came and dug. So he used his auger and he dug the holes for me, which is awesome. So we just have to clean them up a bit, but we have our holes. That is such a huge relief. My husband's gonna clean it up and get the soil that fell back inside of the holes, get that all out, and then plant the trees. I'm so happy to have that done. So what I'm going to do now is continue filling the wheelbarrows and getting at least 1 wheelbarrow into the rest of these beds. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. There's about 9 beds that do not have any soil in them. So I want to get at least 1 wheelbarrow of soil in them. My husband went to take my son to baseball practice, so it is the girls and I, but we're going to get this done. Okay, so I said that there was only about 9 beds, but when I recounted, it was actually about 12. So we actually got 11 out of 12 done. There's only 1 bed right here that we didn't get to. It's later in the day. It's going on 4 o'clock. I have to get inside, make dinner, and get ready to go. But I am so excited that all of those beds now have soil in them. So that's really exciting. I was up here earlier, I saw a surprise flower. It's my first flower that has bloomed up here along the fence. Let me show you. So earlier when I saw it, it was completely open, so it must close as the day gets later, because now it's closed. But earlier it was completely wide open. It was so pretty. I'll have to show you guys again when it's open. I don't actually remember what kind of flower this was. I planted a variety of just like perennials, daffodils, alliums, and some other things that I don't remember. Actually was thinking about this middle row right here and about what I wanted to plant there. And what I think I'm going to do is lay down cardboard throughout the whole middle and use the wood chips that I just got from Chip Drop, because they're very, very broken down, and put them all on the sides of like the corners, I guess, 1 foot maybe on each side, and then down the middle have like maybe 2 feet of soil, and I think that's where I'm going to actually plant my potatoes. I was thinking about tomatoes, and I may change my mind, but as I was thinking, I was like, well, I could do potatoes in a long row coming down. So it's either potatoes or tomatoes, but I haven't decided yet. I was thinking more towards the potatoes just because so that the tomatoes wouldn't be shading out like all of the beds right here. As they get taller, when the sun's setting, it would just be casting a shadow over everything on this side. So that's why I had thought about potatoes and then planting tomatoes along along this. Well, we'll have a fence up when we finish, and planting the tomatoes along the outside. That's not 100%, so don't count me on it, but that's what I'm thinking right now, and what I've been thinking about for the past 2 days. I am exhausted. That was a lot of digging, but I am so glad to have at least one load of soil in each bed. I'm thinking about going ahead and adding my amendments, like my azomite and my worm castings and blood meal and bone meal, like to right now, where it has one wheelbarrow of the soil and the compost mixture, and then adding another, layer and mixing that in that way, rather than usually I just wait till the beds are completely full and add my amendments on top. But I think I'm going to do it a little different this way. I don't know. I'm really tired, so I'm going to go. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Bye.